So dear students, let us prove that Sn is not solvable for n larger than equal to 5. Before proving this, let me recall the theorem that we have did in class. A group G is solvable if and only if G raised to k, Gk is identity for some integer. That is, once again I repeat, a group G is solvable if and only if Gk for some k, Gk is identity. So now let us prove this theorem, that is Sn for n less than equal to 5 is not solvable. Let G denote Sn for n less than equal to 5. Then we have to prove that this G is not solvable. That is, in light of above theorem, we have to prove that Gk is not equal to identity for any k, because this theorem says that if G is solvable, G is solvable if and only if Gk is identity for some k. So if we have to prove that G is not solvable, we have to prove that Gk is not equal to identity for any k. So let us prove that we will prove that Gk is not equal to identity for any k. But in order to prove this, what we will show is Gk for any k, Gk contains all the three cycles. We know what three cycles are, and here we are dealing with either S5 or S6 or S7 and so on. So we know that all the three cycles are in S5, S6 or S7 and so on. That is, in G all the three cycles are there. We are also now going to prove that for any k larger than equal to 1, Gk also contains all the three cycles. So if we are able to prove that for any k Gk contains all three cycles, then Gk can never be equal to identity, and therefore G is not solvable, and so we are done. So let's proceed. We will prove this in two steps. In step 1, we are going to prove that if n is a normal subgroup of G and if n contains all three cycles, then n dash also contains all three cycles. Again I repeat, in step 1 we are going to prove that if n is a normal subgroup of G and if n contains all three cycles, then n dash also contains all three cycles. So let us prove this step. So in this step we are assuming that n is a normal subgroup, we are assuming that n contains all three cycles, and we have to prove that n dash contains all three cycles. So let this and this be three cycles. We know that these three cycles are there in G because G is either S5, S6 or S7 and so on. So we know that this three cycles is in G. So because our n also contains all the three cycles, here we are taking that n contains all three cycles, this A and B is also in n. Okay. Now note that A inverse B inverse AB is nothing but this. What is A inverse? A was 1, 2, 3, and so A inverse is obviously 3, 2, 1. B was 1, 4, 5, and so B inverse is 4, 5, 1, and so what A inverse B inverse AB is nothing but this. Now note that it is nothing but this because we know how to do the composition of the cycles. See, here 1 is sent to 4. Let us see the reason why 1 is sent to 4. Here this cycle will send 1, 2, 3. Now this cycle will keep 3 fixed, and this cycle will send 3 to 1, and this cycle will send 1 to 4. So ultimately 1 was sent to 4. Again I repeat, we have to see why 1 is sent to 4. So here you can see that the first cycle will send 1 to 3. The second cycle will keep 3 fixed. This third cycle will send 3 to 1, and this fourth cycle will send 1 to 4. So that means ultimately 1 was sent to 4. Similarly, let us see where this map sends to. We can see that here 2 is sent to 1, 1 is sent to 5, and 5 is fixed here, and here again 5 is sent to 1. So we can see that 2 was ultimately sent to 1. And let us see whether this is true or not. That is, 3 is sent to 3 or not. Here 3 is sent to 2. Here 2 is fixed. Here 2 is sent to 3, and here again 3 is fixed here. So we can see that ultimately 3 was sent to 3. And similarly, let us see where 4 will be sent. Here 4 is sent to 4. Here 4 will be sent to 1, and 1 is sent to 2, and here 2 is fixed. So you can see that 4 was ultimately sent to 2, And you can see that for 5n onwards, here 5 is sent to 5, 5 is sent to 4, 4 is sent to 4, and 4 is sent to 5. So 5 was sent to 5. Now if we go for 6n onwards, we can see that there is no 6 in any of the cycles, and so 6 will be fixed by all the cycles, and so on, and 7 will be fixed by all cycles, and so on. So you can see that A inverse B inverse AB is nothing but this permutation, and you can see that this permutation sends 1 to 4, 4 to 2, and 2 to 1, and rest of all the elements are fixed. That means this cycle is nothing but a 3 cycle 1 4 2. Okay, now we know that G tilde is defined like this, that is G tilde contains A inverse B inverse AB whenever AB belongs to G. And what G dash is nothing but commutator subgroup of G. And how is it defined? G dash is defined as the subgroup which is generated by the subset G tilde of G. Okay, again I repeat, G dash is a subgroup which is generated by G tilde, and G tilde is defined like this. And by this definition you can see that G tilde is a subset of G dash, and G dash is not known as a commutator subgroup. Now here our AB was from N. Here our AB was from N, and therefore A inverse B inverse AB will be in N tilde. You can see that whenever AB is in G, this element is in G tilde. So because our AB was from N, this element will be in N tilde, and we know that N tilde, N dash is nothing but generated by N tilde using this definition, and therefore N tilde must be a subset of N dash, and therefore you can see that A inverse B inverse AB, which was nothing but 1 4 2, is an element of N dash. Okay, so we have proved that 1 4 2 belongs to N dash. Now in class we have proved that N dash is also a normal subgroup of G. In fact, you can find this in IN Hurston also. This is a standard exercise, and we have proved this in class. See that this is that problem. If N is a normal subgroup of G, then N dash must also be a normal subgroup of G. We have already proved this in class. So we know that N dash is a normal subgroup of G. Now because N dash is a normal subgroup of G, and 1 4 2, this element belongs to N dash, we can see that this will belong to N dash. Again I repeat, N dash is a normal subgroup of G. 1 4 2 belongs to N dash, and therefore pi 1 4 2 pi inverse for any pi belongs to G is also in N dash. This is just the definition of normal subgroup of G, because N dash is a normal subgroup of G, and because this is an element of N dash, this is also an element of N dash for any pi belongs to G. So keep this statement in mind.